Hi everybody, it's Kathy here and I'm playing along with Off the Board with Pineapple Papers, and this is a month-long hop this time, or every last Wednesday of the month. And today it's Saturday, so that means it is a Scraplift time, and that's the prop for the day. That's the one I'm going to have a go at. So I do like it with the plain white background. I think that's very effective, but I just wanted something a little bit more cheery given that I'm doing a Christmas focused layout. So I've gone with these great Chamel papers here, and I'm using the two different types of dots. I'm doing a plain solid background with a dot and then the rainbow dot. And what I'm doing here is I'm cutting up the papers into strips of 3/4 strips, half-inch strips, so that I have a lot of them to play with. I don't need the full sheet because I am going to have like a matted border as per the original sketch, and it does require some movement for the paper weaving that will happen. Now, if you look at any of my videos, you'll see that there's not really one particular style I stick with. I like to challenge myself. The paper weaving is always a great challenge. Getting it straight, getting it working out, and making it happen is always a challenge, but I like to do it because the effect is really, really clever. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm laying out the rainbow one as my base, and I should have just cut it and laid it out in correct order straight away. So I'm sorting it at the moment to try and get the dots back into some semblance of a rainbow order. I succeed for most of it, but there's a couple that don't. But base that the red will go through, it's not that important. In the end, it just looks like it's all together. So it's just basically under, over, as we know with all weaving. And I am leaving a lot of it in because I have been in the past, when I've done a weave layout, been asked how that works and how to get it in and happening. So I've just left it in just for interest for those who are interested. And I have put the centre dot one in to hold it together at the top. Now, it's really important that you work on a flat surface just so that you can weave and start pulling it together. Now, I don't have any of my weaving spots secured. They're all loose at the moment, and as I progressively add the strips in, it tightens the weave. So I don't have to put all that extra adhesive to it or making it sit into one place. Now, if I was doing this on a loom, obviously the tops and the bottoms would be attached and then I'd just be weaving through, but because it's paper, I'm just doing the same process as I would on a loom, but they are loose, and so I can slide them down the shaft once to get a few established. So I have cut out pieces. I'm just showing you how this is coming together by putting the weaving in, and it's remembering to go under and over, under and over. At times you do lose, well, I do. I don't know about other people, but I do lose my focus and I have to go back and reweave a couple because I get the order incorrect. But if you do it correctly, it will hold itself in place. So I am almost completed now, and I'm just going as high as I need it to go, and then I'm going to shuffle everything down and tighten it all up. When I was completed, I did put in some tape along the main 4 structures to hold it in place just so that it would sit, but that was also so I could attach it to my base of the cream coloured there, because I wanted that to be my outline. I haven't stuck down the edges of all of that weaving. I have stuck down the main square, and the reason I've done that is because I want it to have that fringy effect like it does on a mat. So it's got a fringe, and so these 2 photos I'm now just putting in over the top. Now, the original only had 1 photo, but I wanted to add in 2. These are of my daughter and my son-in-law at the past Christmas when we were in the city. And my daughter, of course, she's flexible and can just do her dramatic leg lift, and my son-in-law was trying to copy, and we were having a great old laugh in the middle of this beautiful hotel foyer where they were trying to copy each other. But as you can see, my son-in-law nowhere near it, and my daughter, of course, with her flexibility from dancing, allows her to do that. So I'm putting in some swaps that I got from a swap group that I'm a part of, the Girls Down Under. It's a where we swap under themes. This was a Christmas theme. I got the poinsettias from Sharon Bishop. They're beautiful. I love them. Thank you, Sharon. And I got the sleigh from Amanda Leckie. So thank you, Amanda. She's Amanda Leckie Creates here on YouTube. So thank you very much. They are a perfect addition for this layout. I also added in tags in it because I wanted anchor points for my clusters, and this is where a Scraplift is you follow the main ideas but then add your bits to make it yours. I'm just adhering down that string there because I needed it to just be in point and on place. It looks like it's naturally in place. I am going to use gold lettering here. I'm just working out what I'm going to call this title based on the letters I've got left, and so I'm actually going to go with saying that we often say, and that's too funny, because really it was too funny watching my son-in-law trying to copy my daughter. He is such a clown at times, so this really did come together nicely, and I do like how it worked. So I'm using those gold foam thickers there. And then I am going to just add in some punched gold circles as my accent points around to set up my visual triangle. And they will blend in without standing out too harshly on the layout, which is what I wanted to do. And the gold reflects the colours in the photo, and it also picks up the gold from the thicker title, which is just a little addition and a little acknowledgement to those thickers. So I really love how this has come together. It is a great layout. It is very bright. It is picking up all the colours in the photos, and that is really important too, because by doing that it's allowed the photos to stay centre and focused despite what's going on in the background. I'm using a white marker pen here to add some highlights to the poinsettias just so that they lift up off the background and add some detail in there, and that's really important too to finish off your handmade embellishments, just to make them pop that little bit more off your base. So I'm using the white gel pen there to doodle those in, and then I'm also going to get my black pen in a moment, you will see. And I don't know about you, but I struggle with white pens. The ink in them these days just doesn't work as well as it used to. And I am just going to put in two messy lines on the corners so that looks like it's got messy line border underneath that whole cream background. Now I will outline the tags here with a messy line, and that's just going to help them to pop up off that background as well. I don't want them to be prevalent, but I do want them to be noticeable. So that's my layout. That's my take on the Pinterest board today. I love going to Pinterest. There's so many different ideas. I never thought about looking at the pins the way Crystal Barrett encourages us to do with her prompts. So it's always a great way of getting inspiration, especially if you've lost your mojo. So go check out Pinterest. Also check out the full playlist linked down below of all the players doing off the board with pineapple papers this month. It is a great hop. It is a challenge to get you out of your comfort zone and creating creatively. So thanks for watching, everybody. Give me a thumbs up. Let YouTube know you like what I'm doing. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Catch you in the next video. See you real soon.